interim super welterweight world title presented by Golden Boy Promotions. The fight will take place on Saturday, November 8th at the Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas, and will be streamed live worldwide on DAZN. Tickets are available now on Ticketmaster.com. And we welcome you inside Texas Live just a couple hours before the Texas Rangers' first pitch right across the street. They'll be taking on the Minnesota Twins tonight, but right now we're focused in on the sweet science as boxing hits center stage November the 8th. I'm your host, Todd Grisham. In a few minutes, we'll introduce the two main event fighters, Oritz Jr. and Erickson Lubin. But first things first, we want to talk about a couple of blue chip prospects in the Golden Boy stable who will also be featured on that card at the Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas. We'll start right here with this bad man on my left. He's 4-0 with 4 knockouts. He's a U.S. Olympian and fights out of Houston, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Joshua the Rocket Edwards. And two guys that will be looking to steal the show as they square off on November 8th. To my left, it's David Dynamite Stevens and Darius DFG Fuljo. We'll ask these guys a couple of questions in a second, but first let's introduce the man who made this all possible. He's a gold medalist, multi-weight former world champion, Hall of Famer. You know him as the Golden Boy. Put your hands together for Oscar De La Hoya. All right, Oscar, first question for you. Everyone wants to know, what is that shirt made of and why is it so shiny?
I don't know. Ask Tom Ford. I don't know.
Why was it so important for you to come back here?
Actually, I wore black because I don't want to sweat right through it, so
yeah.
you can't tell, right?
That looks like hot material, though, right? Is that satin? Why is it so important for you to have boxing back here in Texas?
Oh, man, there's such a rich history here of boxing. I remember the starting in the amateur days, boxing here in Fort Worth was huge. The Golden Gloves, back in the day, I mean, it was a huge deal. 10,000 people would show up just for these kids as amateurs. And then you have the great Paulie Ayala, who was born and raised, fought as a world champion here. I mean, you have Curry, who was an amazing world champion, and the list goes on and on and on. So I want to bring boxing back to Texas, and we have and big time boxing, and this is a great opportunity for every fighter here on stage and on the card. Dickies Arena is gonna be lit, man. It really is. We have some really good fights, and we're building the future. We're looking for those next hot prospects, but most importantly, we just found the next great American heavyweight champion of the world, and I have everything on him because I believe in him. And a fighter like Josh Edwards, they call him the Rocket. He's a fighter who's an Olympian, represented the USA in the Olympics. He's from Houston, from Texas. We believe in him, and we believe that he can bring back the heavyweight world title back to America. So that's our focus in the heavyweight division. We have the middleweight division, the super middleweight division. We're all over the map, just trying to bring boxing back to the U.S., to Texas, to L.A., to Chicago. So it really is a pleasure to be here in front of you guys, and thank you for the support, man.
Well, Joshua, a lot of pressure on you. The Golden Boy says you're the future of the heavyweight division. How does that make you feel?
I mean, I've been boxing since I was a kid. People have been telling me that I'm going to be the greatest since I was a kid. I'm talking about like Pampers. I had boxing gloves on. So it's no pressure for me. I just keep doing what I was born to do.
So what makes you so special? What does Oscar see in you that you can become a future world heavyweight champion?
I'm what the heavyweight division hasn't seen in a long time, with the speed, the footwork, just like my entire skill set. I'm a complete boxer first. and then I start focusing on power. Lately, people have been saying I'm a puncher, but like I say, I'm a boxer first. I'm just like a no-nonsense kind of guy. You can't make a mistake with me in the ring without me capitalizing on it immediately.
Well, all your fights have ended by way of knockout. This is your first time fighting in the state of Texas. To those fans that will show up in Fort Worth to watch you fight, what do you have in store for them?
Get there early, don't blink. That's about it.
All right, and let's talk now about our other matchup, Oscar DFG. We've known him for a long time. You're a big fan of his as well.
Oh, yeah.
What is it about this young man that you like so much?
Darius Fulgham, I mean, he's a disciplined, hard worker, has all the skill in the world, you know, and I believe in him 1,000%. Again, from Houston, Texas, you know, representing in another tough fight. You know, this is a young man who will be world champion, no doubt. Doesn't want to take the easy route. You know, us at Golden Boy, because I was a fighter, I like promoting as a fighter. You know, I know exactly what it takes, what you need to make it to a world champion, to a world championship fight. And so with Darius Fulgham, you know, we believe in him 1,000%, just like everybody else. We believe in him because he has the skill, the mindset, the discipline, the dedication. Man, and he has power, he has speed, and he's in another tough fight. You know, he's in another tough fight that is gonna wow the crowd. You know, those are the types of fights that these young guys have to be in to take them to the next level. You know, I've been myself in many world title fights, and there were times where I didn't want to fight and face that guy because he was a tough guy, you know, but that's what you have to face. You have to face fire. And that's the one thing with Darius Fulgham. He's right there, one fight, 2 fights away from a world title shot. So we know that, we understand that, but you first have to face the fire. And so, yeah, I'm excited about his career. I think that Darius Fulgham, he's a good representation of what Texas is all about.
For those that don't know Darius, he graduated with a medical degree, licensed nurse, but decided instead of helping people, he wanted to hurt people. When did you make that transition where you said, I'm going to put my medical expertise on the back burner and turn to boxing?
Well, I graduated in 2019 from Prairie View A&M University, and right when I finished that, my whole goal was to put that beside and put my all into boxing. After I graduated 2019, I went to the Olympic trials. I won the Olympic trials December 2019, was on Team USA, was planning to go to the Olympics. COVID happened, kind of derailed my plans with the Olympics, and then I've been all in on boxing ever since then.
Well, you'll be fighting David Dynamite Stevens. David, Oscar didn't mention you, didn't talk about the future plans for you. What are you going to do to his prospect over here when he fights at Fort Worth?
Don't put me involved. I'm the good guy here. Don't put me involved. He's a great fighter.
I'm just coming to work. I'm coming to win and put on the show for the fans on a great card.
Did they make a mistake by picking you as his opponent here in Texas?
Anybody that picks me as an opponent is making a mistake. So I guess so.
So people that haven't seen you fight before, how would you describe your style and how do you win this fight?
I feel like I'm a little versatile. I feel like I'm still a mystery. When you put real fighters in front of me, that's when the best of me comes out. And you guys are in for a show before the show. So.
Darius, a lot of guys seem to be intimidated by you before they fight you. He doesn't seem to have that intimidation factor. What kind of fight do you expect this to be?
I expect it to be a great fight. Look, David's got a great team. He's a great fighter himself. I know Ronnie, Traver, they're going to do everything in their power to make sure he's prepared for this fight. And just got to let that be known that I'm going to do the exact same thing. You know, I have a lot of respect for David, but I also have a lot of respect more for myself. And so I think this fight's going to be a fire fight. It's going to be a great fight to really set the tone for this card. I mean, it's a great card, and we're going to do it well for Texas. We got to make sure that we bring big fights back to Texas every time. And the way we do it is by bringing big fights here and making it entertaining and exciting. I think me and David are going to do just that.
And that's the one thing about David, too, is that he brings the experience, not only the power, but he has a great team behind him. And, you know, he's not the B side, he's not the A side, he's just here to win. That's the one thing about our fight cards is that we don't pick, okay, you're gonna lose, you're gonna win. No, you're the B side, you're the ace. No, they're here to win. And so it's up to them in the ring to figure each other out and get that W. So this is the beauty about boxing. Styles make fights. You know, you climb the ladder, you face every opposition, whether it's a fighter, a boxer, whether it's somebody who hits hard, somebody who knocks you out. You have to figure it out yourself inside that ring.
Darius, you heard how much Oscar De La Hoya believes in you and your future. Is just winning on November 8th good enough, or do you have to shine and maybe knock this guy out?
Listen, I think the super middleweight division is changing drastically. I think now with Crawford, who knows what's going to happen with all the belts. I think the belts could open up very soon. And so what I got my mindset on is I need to put myself in a position and put on a performance that puts myself where the fans are demanding that we got to see DFG against all these other top names. The belts could be open for grab, and I got to make sure I put myself in a position to go grab it, and a great performance on November 8th will do just that.
Well, Darius, David, Joshua, we appreciate you guys joining us here on the stage. Can't wait to see you at the Dickies Arena November 8th live on DAZN in Fort Worth, Texas. We're going to take a quick timeout, and when we return, we'll meet both of our main event and co-main event fighters. Stay tuned.
Saturday, September 27th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is back in the UK. In the main event, Olympic gold medalist and two-time world champ James DeGale scraps with the Australian boxing sensation, Matty the Jedi Floyd. In the co-main event, Aaron Chalmers looks to keep his unblemished record when he clashes with the relentless Jack Fincham. Plus, the inaugural UK lightweight title is on the line. It's Johnny Graham versus Naveed Mansouri in a war for the history books. Watch live only on DAZN.
Talk to Butler. I mean, I'm happy to have a conversation with him.
Don't let, I'll get going. Go ahead. Real quick, I want to say congrats, Bud. The whole culture is behind you. When I seen you walking in, the first thing I said to you, Bud, the belt is in this case. Go get it. You looked at me and said, I'm going to go get it. So congratulations on that. I just want to say how big this moment is for you, bro. 3-time undisputed champ. I mean, the last time was Henry Armstrong with 1930-something. We couldn't drink at the same water fountain. It was that long ago.
Right.
So how big does that really feel, though? Because that's big. I know you're saying it's normal. But that's big, bro. How does it truly feel, though? Because you're the king of this joint right now.
To be honest, you know, it feels great. But at the same time, you know, that's the honest to God truth. Like, you know, like I'm not jumping for joy. I'm just like, maybe it ain't set in yet. You know, I'm just like, yeah, I told everybody, you know, what was going to happen. And it happened just like I said it would.
Cop, you want to ask him the same question to see if you get it, or can we move on now?
Yeah, look, Bud, I should
have. That's huge,
look,
bro.
Bud, when you said you were going to beat him, I should have listened. That was the first time and the last time I picked against you, and you were great. But the thing that surprised and impressed me the most, Bud, is how well you took Canelo's punches. I mean, that was your first fight at 68. You hadn't even fought at 160, and I saw you say at the post-fight press conference that even Mean Machine hits harder than this guy. When did you know in the fight that you could take his shots pretty well?
Well, you know, the first shot that he hit me with, you know, Canelo, he punched hard, you know, but I think, you know, he couldn't land the shots that he wanted to land on me, and that was frustrating him. You know, if you watch the fight, he only landed a few, like, telling shots, like a couple of straight rights.
At DAZN, it's game on. Watch highlights from Europe's top leagues with unmissable action from La Liga.
These are the stories that only football can write. Absolutely magnificent. 5-star show from the champions.
Serie A.
Sensational.
One to take, one to hit. Bang.
Bundesliga.
Stunner of a strike. Absolutely magnificent.
Plus the Saudi Pro League.
Makes the shot. Keeper beat at the near post. It's glorious.
Jupiler Pro League.
Classic European night. Here's a chance for a goal and he takes it.
And relive iconic moments with FIFA Plus.
Maradona-esque. It's magical.
all in one place all season long. Watch now on DAZN.
And we welcome you back to Texas Live here in Arlington in the Lone Star State. Again, just a couple of hours away from first pitch, Texas Rangers and the Minnesota Twins. But right now, it's all about the sweet science of boxing as we get set for a huge card November 8th in Fort Worth, Texas at the Dickies Arena. And let's introduce the co-main and main event fighters right now. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him well, the former Olympian and world champion, representing El Monte, California with a record of 34 wins, 8 defeats, 1 draw, 15 knockouts. He is Joseph JoJo Diaz. And now the man he'll be facing, coming off a sensational first-round knockout over Tevin Farmer. He's ranked #1 in the world by the WBA, and he hails from Austin, Texas. Put your hands together. He is undefeated, ladies and gentlemen. Floyd Kid Austin Schofield. And now let's meet the man who'll be competing in the main event. Welcome to the stage, the former world title challenger and a man looking to shock the world. From Orlando, Florida, they know him as the Hammer, Erickson Lubin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the knockout sensation, 23 wins, no defeats, 21 of his wins coming by way of knockout. He is the interim world super welterweight champion from Grand Prairie, Texas, Vergil Oritz Jr. All right, Oscar. The table is set. You put on a great card. What do you think about these two fights?
Well, first of all, I want to start by saying that every world champion, okay, at 154 pounds, which Vergil is fighting Lubin in, did not want to fight Vergil Ortiz. They came up with excuses. I'm not ready. I need a tune-up fight. I'm going to fight somebody else. Look, this is the fight game. This is boxing. If you want to be the best, you have to fight the best. And this is why I respect Lubin so much, Erickson Lubin, because not only is he the #1 contender in the world, okay? He's fought Charlo. He's fought the tough fights. He has the experience. But he has the confidence. He's coming into this fight knowing and thinking he's going to win. That's a real fight there for you. So a lot's at stake. Vergil Ortiz wants to be a unified world champion. Lubin wants to be world champion. So a lot is at stake here. It's going to be in Texas. We're very excited. The co-main event that's opening up the telecast, or the co-main event, with Kid Austin and JoJo Diaz. Let me tell you, this is a fight that you are not gonna want to miss.
It could steal the show, right?
I mean, Vergil has a little to say about that, but it could steal the show. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I've known Kid Austin for a while now, and he's the real deal. He's a great fighter. His last outcome, he fought Tevin Farmer, who a lot of people thought, oh my gosh, Tevin Farmer has too much experience. He went in with a world champion, went the distance, this and that. Well, guess what he did? Kid Austin knocked him out in what? Was it the first round? 1 minute and 38 seconds to be specific. But JoJo Diaz here, on the other hand, I mean, come on. Olympian, he's coming off a fight of the year with Regis Progress. What was it, Jojo? A few months, a month ago? He just fought a month and a half ago in a fight of the year where a lot of people thought he won. So Jojo's coming in with full confidence. He's coming in with everything. This is Kid Austin's first fight where it's like, hey, this is where the experience kicks in. So, and he knows it. He knows he has to be on his A game. So, yeah, this card here, the main event and the co-main event, I'm super excited about because everybody has everything to win and everything to lose.
Yes, absolutely, and tickets are on sale now. We expect it to be a complete sellout at the Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas. Jojo, let's start with you. Congratulations on that performance against Regis Prograis. You turned a lot of heads. Many people think you might be able to find your second win of your career, so to speak. What does Floyd have in store for him when he steps in the ring with you in November 8th?
Yeah, I'm very excited, man. I'm very excited to be fighting Kid Austin. He's an undefeated fighter, ranked #1 right now in the world. And I know what I've been doing, man. I give my life to Christ, and I've just been focused and determined and hungry again. I got that hunger and drive back. So I've been busting my ass. You guys seen it against Regis. I fought him at 140, but I gave him 2 pounds because he couldn't make the weight. And I mean, I felt like I did good. This fight, I'm going back down to 135, and I'm going to take back what's mine, take back the throne.
Well, welcome back, so to speak, Jojo. Floyd, he says he's found his form again. Are you going to send this man into retirement and do what you did to Terrence Farmer, to Jojo Diaz? Hand him your mic, Virgil.
Dang, they left me hanging. Anyway, who knows? You know, I know I'm going to be victorious that night. I know it's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a war. But hopefully Jojo can bounce back and do whatever he has to do, you know, to get right, because I will be victorious.
Can he handle your power? If you land one of those shots you landed against Farmer, what will happen to him?
I don't know. We got to wait and see. You know, people take punches differently. But like I said, Jojo's a warrior, and we'll see November 8th.
Jojo, he does great in the early rounds, but he's never been, so to speak, in the really hard, deep waters. What will happen to him if you take him there, you think?
I feel like it's my time right now, man. I've been through a lot. I've seen everything inside that ring. I have all the experience in the world. Fought top contenders for 3 to 4 years already, and I feel like it's my time. Kid Austin is going to be taking his first defeat with me, but he's going to have to, you know, bounce back. He's still young in the game, and he's going to have to, you know, take that how it is.
And Jojo, what's your message to all your fans watching right now as you prepare to fight one of the toughest fights of your career?
Jesus is king, guys. Give your life to God and keep on just striving, man. No matter how dark the road is, no matter how hard life gets, there's always light at the end of the tunnel, man. You guys just got to keep on staying focused and keep on staying driven, and that's what I want to bring to you guys. I'm so thankful for this opportunity again to be broadcasting my talents live on DAZN, and I'm going to give you guys an exciting fight come November 8th.
And Floyd, yeah. Floyd, what about you? What's on the line for you in this fight?
I feel like everything is, you know, people are overlooking Jojo. They're saying he's washed. So, you know, if we be real, if I lose to a guy like that, you know, I don't know where I go from there. So everything rides off this fight, you know, my ranking, my chance at the world title. So I'll definitely be coming in focus and give the fans a great show.
Well, hey, we wish you both the best of luck. That's your co-main event, everybody. Jojo Diaz and Floyd Kid Austin Schofield. Oscar, when you told us you were coming to Texas, you said you needed a special main event, something that was really going to draw some eyeballs. Everyone knows who Vergil Ortiz Jr. is. Erickson Lubin, one of the toughest outs in the 154-pound division. Why did you pick this fight in particular to bring to Texas?
You know, it's funny because when I promoted Canelo Alvarez here at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, we were with Jerry Jones, and this young kid, right? He I don't know if you went up to Jerry Jones or you told the media, but he was like, you know, one day I'm gonna fill up this big stadium in Dallas. And I was like, wow, this kid has a lot of confidence, you know, and in his abilities, and you know, and I love that. So, front forward to now, when we decided on Erickson Lubin, to fight Vergil, I was like, wow. I mean, Erickson Lubin, you know, he can possibly derail those plans that he had to fill up the arena in Dallas. Like, that's the opponent. I don't even want to say opponent. That's the fighter that Eric Lubin is. He's a tough fighter who's proven himself, who took the challenge because he believes in himself. Unlike all the other world champions that are out there that do not want to fight each other, Lubin stepped up and said, I'll take him on. I'll take on the beast of the division. Vergil Ortiz is the best fighter at 154 pounds. Lubin might think otherwise, but we'll see November 8th. But Vergil Ortiz is the best fighter at 154 pounds, period. If you see him fight, he's relentless, he's strong, he's smart, he's elusive. When he has you hurt, forget about it. But that's the one thing about this matchup is, yeah, am I worried? I'm only worried that one punch can end it all in 1 minute.
For either guy.
Because I want to see 12 rounds of a war, you know? So, and that's what it's going to be. But I strongly feel that Vergil Ortiz obviously is on a mission. He's not like every other world champion out there at 154 who is ducking, who is running, literally running from Vergil Ortiz. Every single champion at 154 is running from Vergil Ortiz. And you know what? You should be ashamed of yourself because Vergil Ortiz, all he wants to do is fight the very best and be great. So that's why I applaud Erickson Lubin, because he stepped up to the game, he stepped up to the plate, and he is here to win. That's what makes it a great fight.
Yeah, Erickson, a lot of people run away from this guy. You ran towards him. You've been calling his name for a long time. Why are you so confident that you can beat this undefeated fighter?
First off, I want to thank God. You know, without him, I wouldn't be here. I fought for the world title in just my 3rd year. This is my 12th year as a pro. I took no steps back. I fought top opposition after top opposition. And Vergil Ortiz is no different. You know, he's another top fighter. This is my 3rd undefeated fighter in a row. And I'm looking to just, you know, become that dude at 154 pounds. I also want to give a big shout out to my daughter. It's her 4th birthday today. You know, it's the sacrifices we got to make. You know, being away from family, being away from, you know, their birthdays and stuff like that, you know, just so I could give them a better way of living. I want to give a big shout out to Gary Jonas. You know, that's one guy that believed in me from the beginning. You know, I've been with him since I was 17 years old, and I turned 30 next week, and I'm just excited. Vergil Ortiz is a great competitor, and I think the fans are in for a treat. So November 8th, it will be fireworks. It will be a great matchup. You got a black fighter versus a Mexican fighter. That always makes for a great fight, and it's going to be a historical matchup.
Well, I know that Vergil says he's not overlooking you. I know a lot of fans might be overlooking you. If he comes into that fight thinking, I've got this fight won, what will happen?
I make no predictions. I know it's going to be a great fight, and all that matters to me is me walking out of the Dickey Arena with my hands raised and the fans silent, the crowd silent.
Well, there you go. He's going to shut up the crowd in Fort Worth, Texas, because they'll be making a lot of noise for this guy here, Vergil Ortiz. Oscar hinted at fighters avoiding you. Boots Ennis comes to mind. There's rumors that fight might happen at the beginning of the year, but you told me there's no way in hell you're looking past this guy. Why is he so dangerous, in your opinion?
He's a dangerous fighter because he has intellect, he has experience, he has power. He likes to fight. I've seen his fights before. He legitimately goes in there to fight people, and I respect that about him. But he's also a smart fighter as well. So when you have both of those into the equation, you know, that's how you have a dangerous fighter.
And what do you think the atmosphere is going to be like in Fort Worth? You fought in Texas before. It was crazy, but now you've gotten even more exposure, more wins, and more fans.
It's going to be electric. You know, everyone in the DFW, Grand Prairie, Fort Worth, Dallas, wherever you're from, they always show out. There's a big fan base here for boxing. I know all the fans here are going to enjoy it on November 8th.
For you, how motivator are you to put on a good show for your fans and try and knock this guy out?
I'm very motivated. I want to win. I want to win good, looking good. And just being in the ring with a pedigree of someone like Erickson Lubin, you know, it just motivates me to train harder, to actually want to come to the gym. You know, I've been in some fights where I'm fighting someone, I'm like, all right, let's just get this day over with. Now, with this fight, I look forward to the gym. I want to work hard. I want to do good in sparring. So this is the kind of fight that this is.
Well, anyone that follows Oscar De La Hoya on social media knows he does Clapback Thursday, where he gives his unique take on things. Not a big fan of Canelo Alvarez, this guy, as I know some people in here love Canelo, but you did not mind seeing him lose, Oscar. Obviously, he's on the downside of his career. The mantra has to be handed to someone else, the face of Mexican-American boxing. In your opinion, is Vergil Ortiz going to be that guy, the next Canelo, so to speak?
Yeah, no, and first of all, I respect Canelo for his boxing abilities, obviously, but as a fighter, you have to respect that. But I truly feel that there has to be a changing of the guard. Yeah. I think that boxing right now needs a new star. Boxing needs somebody who carry the sport. And obviously, Vergil Ortiz has everything it takes to become that man, you know? And you can never look past any opponent. You can never look past any person in front of you inside that ring, because you just never know. One punch can end it all, can derail your whole plans. So with Vergil, and he's smart, it's one fight at a time. It's one fight at a time, because every single opponent that he faces, every single fighter he faces is out for his head, man, is out to get him, is out to dethrone him, is out to take that throne away from Vergil Ortiz, and he knows it. So that's why we chose Texas. That's why we wanted to bring boxing back to Texas, because we are bringing the best fights possible. And plus, Dickies Arena, the production we have in store for everybody is going to be incredible, man. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody to come out. November 8th, it is going to be lit, like I said.
Yeah, look at the production value for this press conference. Golden Boy sparing no expense here to rent out Texas Live. We'll face off the fighters here in just a second, but Erickson, one final chance to give a message to the fans watching at home. What can they expect to see from you when you face Vergil Ortiz?
I do want to say this poster right here is a little disrespectful to me and my team. They got me somewhere in the dark somewhere. They got like Vergil as the moon all over me and stuff like that, but this is disrespectful. I don't like this right here. It's disrespectful to me and my brand, but November 8th, it will be fireworks. I want everybody to tune in, live on DAZN. It will be a special fight. It's a great matchup. I tip my hat to Vergil Ortiz and his team, and yeah, tune in.
All right, there you go. Vergil, he feels a little disrespected. I know you didn't make that poster, did you? You didn't design that thing, did you?
I didn't make the poster.
I didn't make the poster either.
All right, somebody's paying for that. All right, Vergil, your message to your fans for November 8th.
Yeah, just shout out to the DFW and everyone around the world for continuing to support to the highs and the lows. Nothing much else to say. November 8th, we'll see you there. Thank you.
All right, guys, one final time. Jojo Diaz, Floyd Schofield, Erickson Lubin, Oscar De La Hoya, and Vergil Ortiz Jr.
Let's go.
All right, let's have them stare off, everybody. All right, this is our co-main event of the evening. Floyd Kid Schofield, the #1 ranked fighter in the WBA, taking on the former world champion, Joseph Jojo Diaz Jr. Youth versus experience. All right, that's your co-main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. And now for the main event, former world title challenger, Erickson the Hammer Lubin, and Grand Prairie, Texas's own, Vergil Ortiz Jr. for the WBC Interim World Superweight Championship, live November 8th in the heart of Texas, Fort Worth, the Dickies Arena. Make some noise, everybody. Is it Vergil, Ortiz, or Erickson, Lubin? Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster, or you can watch it live around the world on DAZN. For Oscar De La Hoya and the entire Golden Boy production team, I'm Todd Grisham. We'll see you right back here November 8th.
Saturday, September 27th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is back in the UK. In the main event, Olympic gold medalist and two-time world champ James DeGale scraps with the Australian boxing sensation, Matty the Jedi Floyd. In the co-main event, Aaron Chalmers looks to keep his unblemished record when he clashes with the relentless Jack Fincham. Plus, the inaugural UK lightweight title is on the line. It's Johnny Graham versus Naveed Mansouri in a war for the history books. Watch live only on DAZN.
Talk to Blair. I mean, I'm happy to have a conversation with him.
Don't let. I'll get going. Go ahead. Real quick, I want to say congrats, Bud. The whole culture's behind you. When I seen you walking in, the first thing I said to you, Bud, the belt is in this case. Go get it. You looked at me and said, I'm gonna go get it. So congratulations on that. I just want to say how big this moment is for you, bro. 3-time undisputed champ. I mean, the last time is Harry Armstrong with 1930-something. We couldn't drink at the same water fountain. It was that long ago.
Right.
So how big does that really feel, though? Because that's big. I know you're saying it's normal. But that's big, bro. How does it truly feel, though? Because you're the king of this joint right now.
To be honest, you know, it feels great. But at the same time, you know, that's the honest to God truth. Like, you know, like I'm not jumping around, jumping for joy. I'm just like, maybe it ain't set in yet. You know, I'm just like, yeah. I told everybody, you know, what was gonna happen, and it happened just like I said it would.
Cop, you want to ask him the same question to see if we get it, or can we move on now?
Yeah, look, Bud, I should have.
That's huge,
look,
bro.
Bud,
Shady.
when you said you were going to beat him, I should have listened. That was the first time and the last time I picked against you, and you were great. But the thing that surprised and impressed me the most, Bud, is how well you took Canelo's punches. I mean, that was your first fight at 68. You hadn't even fought at 160, and I saw you say at the post-fight press conference that even Mean Machine hits harder than this guy. When did you know in the fight that you could take his shots pretty well?
Well, you know, the first shot that he hit me with, you know, Canelo, he punched hard, you know, but I think, you know, he couldn't land the shots that he wanted to land on me, and that was frustrating him. You know, if you watch the fight, he only landed a few, like, telling shots, like a couple of straight rights.
At DAZN, it's game on. Watch highlights from Europe's top leagues with unmissable action from La Liga.
These are the stories that only football can write. Absolutely magnificent. 5-star show from the champions.
Serie A.
Sensational.
One to take, one to hit. Bang!
Bundesliga.
Stunner of a strike. Absolutely magnificent.
Plus the Saudi Pro League.
Makes the shot. Keeper beat at the near post. It's glorious.
Jupiler Pro League.
Classic European night. Here's a chance for a goal and he takes it.
And relive iconic moments with FIFA Plus.
Maradona-esque. It's magical.
All in one place, all season long. Watch now on DAZN.